everyone. It is cake day. I'm Catherine with Catherine's Plates, and I'm going to show you how to make a coconut and cream poke cake. It's very simple, very easy, perfect for any occasion. I'm going to show you how to make this cake without using flakes on the inside, but we're going to infuse some delicious coconut flavor, which is making my husband happy today.
Yes, it is.
He doesn't like the flakes of coconut, but he does like the flavor. So let's go ahead and get started. First thing we're going to do is we're going to use a cake mix box. I'm going to show you how to turn this into a bakery style cake, because we do want this very rich and delicious and moist. In a large bowl, we're going to place a box of cake mix. Now this is a 15.25 ounce size, and it is a yellow cake mix. Already cut the top off for y'all. So y'all didn't have to see that happen. To that, we're going to add 1 cup of milk. Okay, we're talking richness here. Richness, moistness, oh, it's going to bring it all. Okay, now that was in place of the water that usually is asked for on the back of the box here. And then it asked for oil, but I'm going to place in 1/2 cup of melted butter. More richness. And I'm going to add in 3 eggs. Now, a lot of y'all say that when you do bakery style cakes, you put 4 eggs in, and that's fine, but we've got some moistness that's going to go into the cake after it's done. I want to keep this to 3 eggs. Now, make sure that your eggs are room temperature. What that does is it keeps the cake mix from seizing in on itself, and it'll make it a nice fluffy cake. Okay, I'm going to blend this all together using my hand mixer. We're going to go for about 2 minutes until we get it nice and smooth in there. Okay, we're going to be using a 9x13 baking dish. What I'm going to do is spray it with some cooking spray. Now this is a non-stick cooking spray, and it has flour already in it, and I like that because it helps the cake release from the dish after you've cooked it. Now this is great for any kind of white or yellow cakes. Now if you're using a chocolate cake mix, I love how people say that you can just spray with just a non-stick cooking spray or butter your dish and use cocoa powder. Because if you use cocoa powder, it's the same color as a chocolate cake. It's a pretty cool idea. Just thought I would throw that out there at you. All right, I'm going to go ahead now and spray my dish. I'm going to go ahead now and add my batter to the dish. Look how fluffy that is. When you do it for 2 minutes, that's what you get right there. Now you haven't seen the coconut yet, but believe me, it's coming. Okay, we're just going to evenly spread out the batter here. Okay, it's ready to go into our oven that's been preheating at 350 degrees. Now, you want to make sure that you're cooking it per the instructions on the back of the box. Now, every cake mix may not be the same, so just make sure that you're cooking it per the instructions for a 9x13. Okay, I'm going to be back when this cake is nice and hot. Still, I'm going to show you what we're going to do next. Okay, I've just pulled my cake out of the oven. We're doing the toothpick test. Came out nice and clean. And as you can see, the cake has pulled away from the edges of the baking dish, and that's what we were looking for. So while it is still hot, you're going to take a fork, because this is a poke cake, and we're going to poke holes all through the cake. Now I wouldn't suggest using anything bigger than a fork here. What we're going to put in here is going to be very liquidy, and if we put big holes, then it's just going to seep all the way to the bottom. Now I'm not pushing my fork all the way to the bottom of the cake, okay? I'm going about 3/4 of the way through. Okay, what I'm going to do now is make the mixture that's going to go into our cake here, and yes, it involves coconut. Okay, now you want a medium bowl, or I'm just using a very large measuring cup here for easily pouring. What we're going to need: 1 can of cream of coconut. This is a 15-ounce size. Now, we found this at Walmart, so it's easily found in the Mexican food aisle at Walmart. So we're going to go ahead and add that to our bowl here. Okay, so I'm just whisking this kind of together. It was in a kind of a solid form when it came out of the can with the liquid, so I'm just kind of blending it together. Okay, what we're going to do now is add 14 ounces of sweetened condensed milk. Look at that. Yeah, that's the good stuff, right? Okay, you can blend these two together. Oh, let's give that a taste. Oh my goodness. That is delicious. Bring our cake back over here, and then we're going to start filling the holes with our delicious mixture here. Okay, I'm using a spoon, and I'm just going to spoon it over the cake, and I'm just kind of pushing down on the holes to kind of get that coconut cream milk into the center of the cake. So just kind of push it. You don't want to just pour it all on there and then try to do that, because then it's just going to go around the sides of your cake. We want it in the inside of the cake. This right here reminds me of the 3 milk cake, the tres leches, so I love making that too. Yeah.
I love eating that.
Yeah, it's so good. You just pour a whole bunch of milk all over the cake like this. Oh my gosh.
It fits into my trace bellies.
Yeah. It's 3 bellies. Now, this is not the icing for the cake. Okay, I'm going to wait for the baking dish to cool off just a little bit, and then I'm going to place it in the refrigerator to finish cooling the whole cake off before we ice it. Okay, the cake is now cooled completely. We're going to go ahead and top the cake now. Okay, if you're new to the channel, make sure that you're hitting that subscribe button down below and that bell notification so you'll know when my shows are posted. Don't forget my thumbs up, and make sure you're sharing this video. Okay, there's 2 ways to top this cake. There could be more, but I'm going to go over the 2 with you that I know of. One is just regular Cool Whip. Now this is an 8-ounce container. Or you can take some whipping cream and you can make your own whipped topping and just whip it up really good, about 8 ounces of it. Whip it up with some sweetener, like some sugar, and then add a little bit of vanilla for some flavoring. Okay, let's go ahead and add this to the top of our cake here. Now luckily I have several people in this house that love coconut cake. They like the texture of coconut, which I do too, and the flavor of it. Now, yeah, my husband, he likes the flavor of coconut, but does not like the texture of coconut. So this is a perfect cake for him at this stage right here.
And then she's going to take it out of that stage.
Yeah, I'm fixing to ruin it for him here in just a second.
That's okay, because I'll just scrape it off.
Because I'm going to put some sweetened coconut flakes all over this cake right here. Now this is just a package that you can leave in your pantry, or you can get the frozen coconut flakes. You just want to make sure they're sweetened. My opportunity right here to make you guys a coconut cake, because I've had several subscribers ask me if I had a recipe for it. Here's a really easy version of coconut cream poke cake. Let me cut out a piece for you guys, and we're gonna give it a try. That crumb on that cake is so delicious. It's very light, very fluffy, and this is a very rich cake. If you like coconut, this one is for you. Okay, don't forget to give me a thumbs up on this one, comment down below, and if you're new to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and that bell notification so you'll always know when shows like this one here are posted. Go check out my dessert playlist. I will link that down below. Okay, I will see you on my next episode.